All right, I just got off the phone with a lender, got some great news from her. She's awesome, by the way. I am representing the buyer. She's helping that buyer secure a loan on a property. My buyer put together a super strong offer on a condo here in the South Bay. It was a multiple offer situation. I think there were 6 other offers. He submitted an offer that was significantly higher than the list price, but he also released the appraisal contingency. We got his offer accepted, which is great, but when you're a buyer and you release an appraisal contingency and that appraisal comes in low, you can't wiggle out of the contract unless you have another contingency in place, like an inspection contingency, but that's another video altogether. So I got a call from the lender a little over a week ago, and she said, "Hey Mike, got some bad news for you. The appraisal came in low." And that's not something she wanted to hear. It's not something the seller wants to hear. That's not something I want to hear. And it's definitely not something my buyer wanted to hear. But it came in low, and he knew the consequences. We went over this as we were writing the offer, but it's been such a competitive market. This is one of the things that we discussed, and he was comfortable with it. He knew that if the appraisal came in low, he had a good idea of what he'd have to bring to the table at close, additional money. So I gave him the news, but I told him I was going to go to bat for him. I looked at that data, I looked at the comps in the area, and I determined that, I think there's enough compelling comparables here to support your purchase price. So what I did is filed a rebuttal with the lender, and I listed my comps and gave my reasons why I thought this property was supported by the purchase price on this property was supported by the comparables. And she brought it to her management, brought it to the appraiser. They reviewed it, and rebuttal was approved. Great news. The buyer has that equity at the purchase price. He has that extra money that he doesn't have to bring to the table at close to cover remodeling expenses, for example. All is well. And the thing that I just want to point out to you here is this is happening a lot because of overbidding in this crazy market. So if you're a buyer and you're releasing that appraisal contingency, make sure that you discuss this with your listing agent. Make sure you have a listing agent that will go to bat with you, for you, if that appraisal comes in low, okay? Good luck out there. Of course, let me know if you have any questions. I'm happy to help.